Jonathan Joseph with Martin Mayfield.
Well, Jonathan Joseph, a brief pause, back in the England starting 15, a championship title and a hat-trick. Not a bad day's work.
No, it's been great. The boys performed extremely well. We've had a great week, 2 weeks preparation. Boys were very confident and we put on a great performance today.
What was so impressive for England for the first time in this championship? We saw a bright start. What was said amongst the players to focus the mind so early on?
It was more what we built up in the week. We focused on starting each session very well, and we did that. And we saw that out there today. Our set piece was unbelievable, and what us backs could do off the back of that was good too. So we're very proud, we're very happy, and look forward to next week.
Well, your teammates served up for you, and the work you put in yourself, that's what you dream of. Open spaces, little chinks in the defence. That must have been a day to enjoy yourself. Yeah,
definitely, and credit to the boys. I just ran the lines outside what they created, and the holes were there for me. The boys set the platform for us, and George Vass created the space for us out wide.
Exciting day today. It's going to be an exciting build-up to next weekend in Dublin. Your mind can start to focus on the big Grand Slam.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great challenge for us. We're very excited. We'll build slowly, but something we can't wait to go and try and do.
Well, many congratulations and well done on your man of the match. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
61-21 in England's favour. You called it, Sir Clive, to be fair. You said England were riled, were ready to perform properly, and they really did this afternoon.
Yeah, I think it was... I'm very obviously pleased that England played really well. Disappointed with Scotland, I have to say that, because despite the injuries, and I wrote down in the first 8 minutes, the yellow card, Finn Russell misses touch. I just thought the ball was so slow from Scotland Valley Price. It just wasn't happening. So despite all the injuries, I just didn't think Scotland had the game plan to actually really test this England team. Conversely, I keep banging on it. I mean, to Jonathan Joseph, rightly man of the match, with the play outside Young's forward Farrell must be a dream for him, especially on the front foot, and he's just so lucky to be playing England team where he's getting so much ball. So yeah, great game for him. This is a special team. I mean, this make no bones about it. Doesn't mean me to say that. They're playing really, really well. And an interesting game with Joseph. Only a couple of weeks ago, Eddie leaves him out of Italy, sends him back to Bath. He's not picked. Everyone, what's going on? And suddenly, 2 weeks later, there was no moaning, no whinging. Got on with it, and great performance by England.
Bit of a sobering afternoon, Greg. What are your reflections?
Yeah, it sure is. Obviously, from a Scottish perspective, very disappointing. And I think, as Clive said, the way that we started the game kind of set the tone, really, in terms of the way the afternoon panned out, the yellow card. We just weren't doing the simple things well. Chucking big passes on our own try line, and it's certainly not the kind of game and occasion to be doing things like that. So we certainly probably got away from what we practiced in the week. Very disappointing. But all listen, on the other hand, credit to England. They put in a very strong performance off the back of their set piece that Jonathan Joseph just mentioned there. They were cutting us clean up the middle, so that's hats off to them as well.
So Dylan Hartley goes up to collect the Calcutta Cup. England retain that. They've won the championship as well, but next week, of course, they're after the Triple Crown, and in particular, the Grand Slam will be in Dublin for that next week, and all eyes on that now after, as Prince Harry gives the trophy to Dylan Hartley, their best performance in the championship by quite some distance.
Yeah, definitely. I think they'll be really happy with that. I think the precision was in that. All the stuff the guys have talked about before, and the set piece, and the running lines, and the attacking, and the timing, and together better, the skills and the execution, very, very precise. And that's created a huge amount of issues. That's the whole point. Is you select a game plan when you're attacking, and if you do it well, you know it will cause problems. And I think what the difficult thing for Scotland was today, that defence is probably one of your biggest bases, your biggest foundations, and if you lose sense that has strength in it, it throws everything else out of kilter. And I think off the line out especially, they just got away from the back of Scotland's line out into new space, which meant all the Scotland backs had decided who they were going to take in the English back line, and now new English players had entered into the fray, which meant everything went out of kilter. Normally when a guy peels around the corner, there might be a Scottish guy with him, which means you can generally stay to what you'd agreed. When that doesn't happen, you see all the guys have got to make late decisions. They've got to try and stay connected, even though all hell's breaking loose. And that's kind of what we saw today a little bit. They were just thrown out of kilter by that. And I think with the mistakes that Greg mentioned on top of that, the simple things that didn't quite go to plan, it just lost its shape very quickly.
I think Vern Cotter will be disappointed, mainly because I think that's the first time Scotland have played badly for nearly 2 years. I mean, they've been very consistent, they've been building the game, and I thought that some players out there panicked after that first quarter, with some of the passes, some of the decision making.
quite indisciplined, which is unlike Scotland. You know, picking little fights or whatever. You know, you just the concentration, the focus had gone, and you could see it. It became a team almost of individuals, which, you know, when a team's playing as well as England now, is the last thing you want is to be trying to regroup and find your game. And to be fair to England, they were ultra precise, and as Johnny said, very clever at the back of the line out. They tied the Scottish back row in, took them out of the game, and then isolated the midfield. So the things, and then defended really well, you know, very cleverly, the way they put tackler +1 and then came out. So where Scotland expected space, there wasn't any, because England had 2 extra defenders in place. So it was all on the field challenges for Scotland to overcome.
Let's hear from the Scotland camp. Then here's captain John Barclay with Martin Bayfield.
Well, John, Scotland would have travelled here with so much optimism, but unfortunately you got a day when England finally fired.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say, to be honest. You know, that's not what we're looking for, but we just didn't show up today. You know, we got off to a bad start, and it kind of continued. Discipline was very poor in the first half. Just soft tries, which, you know, our defence has been very good in the Championship. But like England, they're a very good side. You don't win, you know, how many games it is in a row without being a world-class side, and arguably the best team in the world. So, you know, fair play to them. But from us, you know, we're very disappointed, obviously.
Indiscipline didn't help you, but neither did the injuries. How much did that throw Scotland off their game plan?
Not overly, to be honest. I mean, you know, it's easy to look at that as an excuse. You know, we train for these scenarios, so look, they don't help. You know, we've got quality guys, we believe, throughout the squad. So, you know, we're looking at a review. It won't be good watching.
You went for the tries, though. You kept fighting to the end. I know it's a very, very difficult day. It's difficult to find the words, but there's plenty of fights still in the Scotland team.
And there always has been, and that's, you know, we're trying to move away from that tag of plucky losers, and but that, you know, I wasn't even plucky. That was, you know, that was useless. That's not us. That's not what we've tried to build to. So, you know, we got 1 week left, 1 game. We can finish the Championship with 3 from 5, but if we play like that, we've got no chance.
Well, you've had some sparkling days in the Championship. Sadly for you guys today, it wasn't one of them, but thanks for your time. Cheers.